Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap
between the Washington Commanders
and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
A short kick taken at the 18, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Forward for about 3 at second down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
On first down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football?
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Washington.
Jamison Williams.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second and 9, Wilson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
The Niners had 5-9 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He gets it complete to Harris. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
This defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing is Wilson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Up and good for Santoso.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing middle, and it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
22 chip bomber, 22 chip, 80 weapons, 80 weapons. Charlie.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 11-0 our score after 1. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. There's Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Now Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
I said it, let's go.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. That's caught. It's Austin left side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Harris running straight ahead. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Knocks over another. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Ready, go.
Wilson on the keeper. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And this time he breaks the play, and he's in for a touchdown. Zach Wilson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On the give, this is Harris. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
You're out.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Wilson. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready. Squeeze. Get in there. Set hut.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Wilson. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Once more with Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This fielded right at the goal line.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
1 second, all that remains.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl A 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 29, Wilson slings this deep from McLaurin. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They hand this off to Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And here's another carry for Harris. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a toss out wide to McAllister. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Running right, here's McAllister. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They run for it with Harris. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 31, Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Right back to Mitchell here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run over center with Mitchell. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 112 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Alpha. I said, let's go.
Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open.
And now here is another interception. Down the numbers. There he goes.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. The end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 31, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And my goodness, another. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco.
And now here is another interception.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Mitchell is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Operating from the gun. Wilson
checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Double count.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down. Here's Wilson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's hit the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
A short kick taken at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Wilson.
That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On third down, they'll run it with McAllister. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Box trap.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. He finds Austin complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Wilson. One last shot at the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Niners,